For me, he cannot get out of this contract because a lot of consequences that are going to face if he don't fight this, he fulfill this commitment. He is a self-proclaimed GOAT.
Right.
Self-proclaimed GOAT because he can't even claim in which part that he can claim that he's the only. He cannot claim that he's the only undefeated fighter who retired. There's a lot of fighters, at least more than 15 fighters who retired undefeated. Unfinished business, and the first one, like there's a doubt, like I'm supposedly won the fight, and there's a lot of distraction on the first fight. I got injured my shoulder, my rotator cuff, so that's why I got operated right after the fight. So we need the rematch. So people deserve this.
He didn't know what he was signing. He definitely knew what he was signing. He definitely knew what he was getting himself into. But what can I say? I mean, at some point things just get real, and it got real. So that's where we're...
Okay, so before we even start, I need you to sit down because what is allegedly happening between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather right now is so unhinged, so layered, and so suspiciously convenient that by the time this video is over, you are going to question whether any of this is what it looks like on the surface. Because here's the thing that nobody is talking about.
Fight because the last time that we had, like, I'm not 100% conditioned because ready for the fight because I have injury, shoulder injury. So that's why right after the fight, I go straight to the hospital and get operated.
Do you feel like he's ducking you? Like he may not be in as good as shape as you are right now?
Talking about ducking since before the first fight.
Manny Pacquiao did not just call out Floyd Mayweather last week. He allegedly walked into a room, looked Floyd's team dead in the eyes, and essentially said, "You signed the paper, you took the money, and now you do not get to pretend this isn't happening."
This comes down to, our focus comes down to looking at this fight and trying to get this fight across the finish line. Is he scared? I mean, why would he else make up trying to turn it into an exhibition? So exhibition is completely off the table. He needs to, if he wants to be, look, he claims he's TBE. All the guys around him that are on his payroll claim he's TBE. Everyone claims he's TBE, right? But when you really look at it, the fans know Manny Pacquiao is an 8th division world.
And that alone should tell you everything about how serious this situation has become. Because Manny Pacquiao, the man, the senator, the legend, does not do dramatic press conference energy unless something behind closed doors has already gone very, very sideways. And reports suggest that is exactly what happened. So let's get into it because this is where it starts getting interesting.
Champion. Floyd Mayweather is not, right? Manny Pacquiao has certain accolades and achievements that other Floyd Mayweather doesn't. Now, Floyd Mayweather has an undefeated record. So does Rocky Marciano. Great. He's not unique in any form.
Allegedly, according to multiple sources floating around the boxing community online, Floyd Mayweather didn't just sign one contract for this rematch. He reportedly signed multiple versions of the agreement, received what fans are calling substantial advance arrangements, and this is the part that made the entire boxing internet collectively lose its mind, allegedly started referring to the fight as an exhibition, which, if you know anything about contracts, is an absolutely enormous distinction. Because
that's exactly what I was going to say. I think it's Mayweather playing games and letting fooling the fans, the people interested in this fight, and everybody, just playing games to make it even a bigger fight, to make it a little more interesting, to make Pacquiao mad and frustrated, and because it's a fight that definitely Pacquiao wants, Mayweather wants. I think it's just Mayweather doing what he normally does, and controversy and making it harder for everybody. But I guarantee you that this man is training. This guy is always healthy, always staying in shape. So
an exhibition and a professional bout are essentially two completely different legal and financial universes. And Manny's team reportedly came back and said absolutely not. This is a professional fight. This is what was agreed upon, and this is what the fans are owed. And the moment Pacquiao said the fans deserve this,
it was announced by Netflix, right, in February as a professional boxing match. at the Sphere in Las Vegas. And then a few weeks ago, Floyd said it was an exhibition and that the Sphere was not guaranteed as the location. Let me ask you, Manny, when you first heard that Floyd said, no, it's not a professional fight, it's an exhibition, what were you thinking?
I called just right away. What happened? What happened? Like, that's not what we signed. Like, we signed a real fight. So, and he gets his advance. Why he's announcing like this propaganda exhibition, that blah blah blah, everything like that. So, just told me this. I don't have an idea. So let's.
Why do you think that he wants it to be an exhibition, even though he signed the contract? Floyd's.
You could feel the entire narrative shift because suddenly this isn't just two aging legends squabbling over paperwork. This is allegedly a situation where one side of the table may have been playing a very different game from the very beginning. But wait, because here is where the first twist hits.
Professional fight.
Professional
So
fight.
why do you think that Floyd is now saying, after he signed the contract for a professional fight, no, it's an exhibition? Why do you think? Give an opinion, a theory?
I think he's scared of losing. I mean, he's scared of losing because that's his, his leverage for, to go around and have exhibition because of his undefeated record. But if that record will ruin, then what else that he can leverage for to go around and have an exhibition match?
I mean, he could leverage what you do. You've lost fights because you fought everyone, right?
Yeah.
So you're still one of the greatest fighters who ever lived, and you can leverage the fact that you're Manny Pacquiao. But you think it means that much to him to be undefeated, that even though there's so much money on the line and he's already signed it, he now wants it to be an exhibition?
That's I always say that, it doesn't matter if you're an undefeated fighter, and you are. Yeah. What I can say is like he's a self-proclaimed GOAT.
What if Floyd knew exactly what he was doing? What if this chaos, this confusion, is it real? Is it an exhibition? Where is it even happening? Energy is not a mistake, but is in fact the product. What if allegedly the controversy is the promotion? Because Robert Garcia, one of the most respected trainers in the sport.
I'm gonna start with you, man, because there are a lot of people, I guess, worried because of a lot of the hype, a lot of the news coming out surrounding this fight that it may not happen. What would you say to those people?
So as of now, the fight isn't canceled. It's contracted. As I've stated in multiple interviews over the past week, there's been many contracts that have been signed, and not just one. Advances have been given, loans have been taken out against the purse, right? Because this is a Netflix paper, so they're treating it as like a movie, a film contract, rather than a typical fight contract, right? So typical fight contract, you can't get your advance. You're gonna get a 10% or a 20% depending on the promoter and who you're working with, and then you get paid on fight night. In this case, it's a bit different because Netflix paper is a AAA paper and you can get cash against it. So you want whatever you want to call it, a loan, a cash advance, whatever you want to call it, he's taking money out against it, and it's with lawyers at the moment. He has a legal team that has got involved out of Los Angeles. They've reviewed everything. There's no real way out.
Has already gone on record suggesting that Floyd Mayweather is a genius-level chess player when it comes to the mental side of combat sports, and that everything he does publicly, every delay, every contradiction, every maybe I won't fight moment is carefully, strategically designed to get inside his opponent's head and simultaneously get the whole world talking for free. And if that's true,
it's going to be an exhibition or a real fight. Like, that's something that should be discussed from day one. I don't get that part. Like, so maybe he's trying to piss Manny off a little bit, make him, fight out of his character. But Floyd's a winner, so he wants to win. So it might be skullduggery. Who knows?
Guys in the chat are asking where Paulie's at. Paulie's actually traveling today. He'll be back tomorrow. But he thinks that actually Pacquiao knows about this as well, and this is a work from both sides. And we're trying to get us to talk about it, trying to get the news media minute to be talking about this weekly, which we are. We have to. This is everything that these guys do when you've got living legends who are looking to fight again. It's gonna make headlines, and these consistent deadlines that they keep pushing and making make this a little bit interesting, but it possibly could be just the work. Both of these guys are good marketers.
And online speculation strongly suggests it might be. Then Manny Pacquiao, despite being one of the most decorated fighters in human history, may have just walked directly into a trap. Because the moment he went public, the moment he made it emotional and said unfinished business, and brought up the rotator cuff injury from their 2015 fight.
Number one, as we stand, this fight is not canceled. I know that there were some things spreading around, some boxing news outlets and stuff yesterday. It is not canceled in any way. Floyd Mayweather is in a breach. He is officially in a breach. He's been in a breach since the day he went out and said what he said on Saturday, but he's officially in a breach as of yesterday. He has a cure period. There are certain things that he needs to do, and he has multiple breaches, not just one. So this was never an exhibition. It was never going to be an exhibition. It was never signed as an exhibition. Manny Pacquiao has no interest in doing an exhibition with Floyd. And just for the record, what the public doesn't know, Floyd Mayweather signed not one, not two, but 3 different agreements on 3 different dates with 2 different parties that ultimately got intertwined in the month of January. And this is all related to his...
He handed Floyd Mayweather exactly the kind of pre-fight drama that money simply cannot buy. And speaking of 2015, let's talk about that for a second, because that fight, the one that was supposed to be the biggest event in boxing history, the one that allegedly disappointed half the planet, is reportedly at the core of everything happening right now. Because Pacquiao has never let go of the fact that he stepped into that ring with a torn rotator cuff, that he was not at full capacity.
The first one was on October 24th. The second one was on November 6th. Third one was on December 14th. He received money for all 3 agreements when he signed them, okay? Not only that, he's taken an advance on his purse on this Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, okay, on his fight against Pacquiao. So there's another lender also that's now involved in this, okay? So him saying that it's not at the Sphere, him saying that there's no real fight, it's complete.
Other than Sugar Ray Robinson, I think this is the greatest pound-for-pound fighter who ever lived. That's number 2 on the all-time list. The CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, Jazz Mather. Guys, thanks.
That the version of Manny Pacquiao that Floyd Mayweather beat was not the real Manny Pacquiao. And whether you believe that or not, and fans are very divided on this. You have to understand that for a competitor of Pacquiao's caliber, that is not just an excuse, that is an open wound. And reportedly, his entire motivation for pushing this rematch so aggressively, for going public, for allegedly cornering Mayweather's representatives and demanding accountability.
He fought Mario
And you
Barrios.
liked it. How'd you score that fight?
I had Pacquiao winning, but that's only because I had money on the fight. But I was in Vegas for that fight, and look, he fought a lot better than people thought he was going to fight. He hadn't fought in a long time. Speed was still there. Just the pace, he can't keep it up for the entirety of the fight like he used to. He just couldn't do it anymore.
Stop.
Who wins, Manny or Floyd, if it's a real fight?
Well, a lot of people are actually picking Manny because Floyd has been, totally out of the game. Maybe he has to pick Mayweather. Why? He's too skilled, man. Too skilled, too smart.
Is because he genuinely believes the first chapter of this story was never properly finished. And that is what makes this whole situation so emotionally combustible. But here's the second twist, and this one is bigger. Because while everyone online is debating who wins the fight, who's the better boxer, who's past their prime, analysts are starting to raise a completely different question. And that question is, what does Floyd Mayweather actually lose if this fight never happens? And the answer, reportedly, is almost nothing. Because Floyd's 50-0 record is untouchable. It is his entire brand. It is the foundation of his legacy. Every business deal, every appearance, every I'm the greatest moment is built on that number staying perfect. So allegedly. And fans are saying this loudly.
We see Pacquiao running the mountains every day with 50 people around him. He wants to be the first one, so he's killing himself. He's working his leg. He's a warrior, but at 48, his body can't take that much.
Age is just a number.
And I'll bet you Mayweather, people think, oh, Mayweather's out of shape. He's not training behind curtains. That doing workouts, that's just to be an opportunity.
There is a version of this situation where Floyd has every financial and psychological incentive to let this deal fall apart, or to control it so completely that even if the fight happens, it happens on terms that protect him. And that is the conspiracy theory that the boxing world cannot stop chewing on right now. Because if you are 50-0 and you are in your late 40s, and there is even a 5% chance that a fully healthy, fully motivated, recently active Manny Pacquiao could hand you loss number 1. Is that a risk you take? And fans are saying absolutely not. And allegedly that fear not logistics, not contract confusion, not exhibition versus professional semantics, is the real reason this whole situation has become such a spectacular mess and now breaking. Because we have to talk about this.
I was going to ask this question. Is this good for boxing? Is this kind of sad in a way?
It's turning into WWF versus being real boxing. Like, this is just, I don't want to call it ridiculous. I mean, you have the right to do something that you love. And if you can do it and make money off of it and turn it into a spectacle and give people an experience, I mean, there's something to it. If I could have saw Big George Foreman and Muhammad Ali, even at the states that they were in later in life, get back into the ring, like they would have had to help Muhammad get to the ring, that, you know, Big George would have probably made it to the ring on his own, unassisted. And we got to see them get into the ring. And I'm not like, it sounds like a bit with it, which it is a little bit of a bit, but in actuality and reality, to see them in real life get back into the ring, even if it was just to like stand there and shake for the whole entire round and Big George move around, like there could be some value. There's value to it because of what the historical
Reports are now suggesting that legal teams on both sides are actively involved, that this has escalated beyond boxing promoters and press conference threats into actual contractual and legal territory, which means whatever happens next is not just a sports story. It is allegedly a business and legal drama of the highest order. And the fact that we are even in this territory tells you that something in the original agreement was either misunderstood, misrepresented, or... And this is the entertainment-based speculation that the internet cannot stop repeating. Deliberately left ambiguous enough that one side could exploit it later.
Entered with Team Boxing League. Can you tell us what that is? 9-figure deal also makes Manny the owner, an active fighter, the San Diego TJs franchise. What is all this?
So we're taking, you know, what we've basically done is we got involved in the sport. I mean, PBL is it's a team sport, right? So you're looking at men and women competing on the same team. Manny's going to have ownership in the San Diego TJs. Nice. It's a league of destiny. So we help inspire, empower fighters and stuff, and we get them involved in this. Competitive, 12 different weight classes. And, you know, with Manny having ownership in that, it's a big thing. I mean, we've already been in business 4 years. They're looking to expand. Manny's going to be the first of many more people to join.
And honestly, if that's true, it is arguably the most Floyd Mayweather thing that has ever happened in the history of Floyd Mayweather things happening. Because the man built an entire career on controlling every single variable of every single situation and walking away richer and unscathed every single time. And now here is where experts split completely down the middle. Because if this fight actually happens and reportedly it is still contractually on despite all of this, one camp says Pacquiao wins because he is the one who has been active, the one who has been training with purpose, the one with the emotional fire and the southpaw offense that has always given Mayweather stylistic problems. And another camp says Floyd's defensive genius, his ring IQ, his ability to neutralize any threat with pure technical mastery means he still finds a way. And a third camp, perhaps the most interesting camp, says this fight ends in a draw or a split decision so controversial that it spawns another chapter, another rematch conversation, another 2 years of drama, and honestly, given everything we just walked through together, does that not feel exactly like something that could be designed? And now here is the final twist, the one that reframes this entire story, the one that allegedly nobody in the mainstream boxing press is saying out loud. What if Pacquiao going public was not desperation? What if it was not emotional? What if it was not reactive? What if Manny Pacquiao, the senator, the strategist, the man who has been in high-stakes negotiations his entire professional life, went public deliberately, knowing it would force Floyd's hand, knowing it would create a legal and public pressure situation that would be harder to escape than any combination Floyd has ever thrown? Because if that's true, If Manny Pacquiao has been playing the long game this entire time, while everyone assumed Floyd was the chess master, then everything you just watched unfold in this video looks completely different. And the real question you need to sit with is this. In a fight where both men are allegedly playing each other, where contracts are allegedly disputed, where money and legacy and fear and pride are all colliding at once, who is actually in control right now? And is the fight we think we're getting the fight that was ever really planned? Or is the whole spectacle of every leaked contract, every press confrontation, every exhibition versus professional debate exactly what someone in this story wanted you to see?